Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing troubleshooting and maintenance for the Anko branded food vacuum sealer. This is available at Kmart Australia. We'll go over some of the most common faults that this device has when it comes to vacuum sealing and how to resolve these issues. We'll start by plugging the machine in, removing the cable from the cable tray at the back here and going from there. If you plug the device in and it is unresponsive, the first thing you'll want to do is to remove the power cable from the outlet to avoid any risk of electric shock. Next, we'll want to check the cable for any damage or frays. So we'll check under where the cable management system is, making sure there is no damage to the power cord going into the device. And if that's good, we'll also want to check the length of the power cord, making sure there's no damage, any exposed wires and anything like that. Particularly around the edge where it plugs into the socket, because of the movement and how often that is handled, it is likely that that could be damaged there. Next, if it's clean, plug it back into the power outlet, making sure it's plugged in nice and firm, just like any other device. As you can hear, that beeping indicates that the device is on and ready to use. Now we'll go through some of the common reasons the machine is not vacuum sealing correctly. We'll start by moving the bag roll into the area where it will not interfere with the vacuum chamber. This is a bag I've pre-prepared, sealed one edge, and as you can see the top here is able to be opened. We'll start by adding some coffee beans to the bag just for demonstration purposes on the vacuum chamber working. I don't typically vacuum seal coffee beans. I'm using this as I'm going on a camping trip and I just want to keep them nice and fresh before I go. Okay, we'll start by putting the machine down and we'll try vacuum sealing this. As you can see, the auto mode is not sealing the beans at all. The vacuum chamber is running, but it's not drawing any air. Now we'll cancel that and we'll try and fix this issue. We'll first want to check the sealing edge to make sure it has been firmly placed down on either side. As you can see, this is not nice and flush and will require to be pushed down further to ensure it clicks and forms a nice seal. We'll run this again and see how it goes. Immediately, the vacuum chamber has drawn the air out of the bag. We'll stop this bag from sealing, and then we'll troubleshoot some more reasons why your device isn't working. For demonstration purposes, I'll put a wrinkle in the top corner of this bag to show how air drawn is affected if the bag isn't straight. You'll find the vacuum chamber is extremely slow when it comes to drawing air with the wrinkle in the top corner. This is as air isn't allowed to freely move through the vacuum channels within the plastic bag. We'll open the device, take the wrinkle out of the bag, ensure it's straight, and try one more time. Next troubleshooting issue we'll go through is how the foam seal affects how the vacuum chamber operates. We'll run it on manual mode to show you that no air is currently being drawn from the bag. You'll want to open the device and ensure the foam strip that surrounds the drip tray where the air is drawn from is firmly secure on all edges. As this can be removed for cleaning purposes, it is common for it to be slightly out of place, which can cause sealing issues. We'll ensure it's flush all the way around on both the top and the bottom. And as you can see, at the top here, as it was out of place, it was causing the bag not to seal correctly. Now that the foam strip is firmly back in place, we'll go through and see if the air chamber will now draw the air correctly. The air has been drawn from the bag perfectly, identifying the strip is now as it should be. Another reason you might find your vacuum device is not working is the placement of the bag itself. For demonstration, I've put the bag in incorrectly above that vacuum chamber line, and as you can see, there is no way the air can be withdrawn from it. So you need to be mindful that the placement of your bag is important, and you'll want it between the chamber itself, so there is a nice firm air seal between there, and you want to leave about 7 centimeters between the top of the food being sealed and the bag portion. When the bag's correctly placed, we'll run it once more, and you can see it's sealing correctly. Now the vacuum chamber is operating correctly, another issue we can encounter is with the sealing strip itself. You want to make sure that both the heating element and the silicone sealing strip on top is securely in place, allowing it to get a firm grasp on the bag. Once it's firmly in place, close down the device and see if it seals. The automatic vac seal mode on this, the air is being drawn from the bag correctly, which is a great sign that everything's working well. And once it's done, it'll start heating up the element to seal the top of the bag. It's all done, so we'll open the device and check if the bag has been sealed. Looking at the top of the bag, there is a nice clean line where the heating element has sealed the top, allowing all the air that has been removed to not re-enter the bag. Last bit of maintenance is just ensuring the device is clean after use. So when you're done, you'll want to make sure the power's turned off and go through with a wet chucks and clean all of the parts that have touched bags or any food. So once it's cool to the touch, rub it with the chucks and you can remove the sealing tray, which is particularly handy if you've used it for raw meat or anything that can risk food contamination. If need be, you can put this into a sink with hot soapy water to ensure everything's nice and clean. Next, you just want to ensure the device is dry. You can leave it open to dry out through the air, or I like to get a piece of paper towel and just make sure there is no moisture left in the device before putting it back into storage. Once it's done, close it up and you are good to store. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate if you like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next.